Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we got to the Team Aqua hideout after teaching Lombre a new move, and we also obtained the Master Ball. And in this episode, we are going to take down this guy who is guarding the submarine. Hehehe! Got here already, did you? We underestimated you, but this is it. I'm a cut above the grunts you've seen so far. I'm not stalling for time. I'm gonna pulverize you. This is their answer to Tabitha, who ironically is not wearing a shirt, so I guess they got something in there. This is Matt. Now, he's gonna be starting off with a Mighty Anna with the moves Scary Face, Swagger, Odor Sleuth, and Roar. Oddly, has no attacking moves. I don't know why his Mighty Anna is like this, but it is. If you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, or rather, if you're playing Sapphire, he'd be starting off with Bite, Focus Energy, Rage, and Scary Face on a Carvanha instead. So, he'd be a bit more threatening if you were playing that game. So, no damaging moves. So, in all honesty, we can dick around with this guy as much as we want. I think if this doesn't beat it, I'll Toxic. Or, I'll get a critical hit. That works too. Okay. So much for pulverizing. You can't even damage me with your first Pokemon. His second Pokemon would be Mighty Anna if you were playing Sapphire, which would have Tackle, Howl, Bite, and Odor Sleuth. Now he's going to send out Golbat. How about we have fun with this? Golbat has the moves Bite, Focus Energy, Bite, Supersonic, Confuse Ray, and Wing Attack. In Ruby and Sapphire, it has Bite, Focus Energy, Rage, and Scary Face. Not a very good Golbat, but you know what? Who cares if it's not very good? Nose Laser! Better than Deku Link by a long shot. There we go. You didn't even damage me at all. Hehe, so I lost too. So much for being a cut above. I at least had damage on my Pokemon from the other grunts. Hehehe. While I was toying with you, our boss got there. So you were stalling for time. Hehehe, our boss has already gone on the way to some cave under the sea. Give chase, you better be wide open sea beyond Lily Cove. But will you find it then? He likes laughing like that a lot, though. So, that one item that we haven't picked up, which, by the way, I should mention, you know how I warned you that the cave would be sealing itself if you were playing Sapphire or Ruby? Ruby or Sapphire? It doesn't do that in Emerald. You can come back for the items should you miss them only if you are playing Emerald. So that's kind of nice. But if I'm not mistaken, there was an item last episode that I did not get. And that item, do you get through here? No, you don't. Aha! Okay, so I found out how to get to that. In this area where this guy is walking around this generator, you want to go down here. And here you will find a Nest Ball, when most things in the game are already over level 30. Yeah. Don't know why they did that, but they did. So yeah, that does it for the items though, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I don't really have anything else to do here. I might fight some of the trainers on the way out though, because of course, as far as I know, you can't fight them later in the game though, because, well, this hideout has kind of fallen, and after you leave an area, that's usually when things in the memory update in games like this, so I'm just going to assume that that is the case though, because I already had to fight the trainer on the way out of here, and I'm going to assume that I can't fight them again. God, as I finish off the last trainer here, I really gotta wonder, why can't you run in here? Did any tester notice that you couldn't run in here? It's just, why can't you run? What, does Team Aqua have don't run in the hall signs on the wall? It's like, nope, sorry, you gotta be polite, because you're the hero, you have to obey the bad guy's commands. Or, I don't know, maybe they're firearm reinforced don't run in the hall signs. That's the only thing that I can think of. And watch, now I'm gonna get comments, people saying, like, don't say that. My father was killed by a don't run in the hall sign or something like that. I don't know. Knowing the size of my audience, it wouldn't surprise me, though, because I always get people saying, like, you know, man, not cool that you joke about that kind of stuff, though, because there probably are people watching do that, though. So, yeah, I'm not really joking about death. I'm just being like, why can't I do that? What, am I going to, like, get blown to smithereens if I run in the halls? I don't know. That's all I can really think of, though. But, now that we have taken down Team Aqua, we're gonna end... No, we're not going to end this off here. We are going to head over this way because there's actually... Remember those Whalmers that were in our way? Well, they're gone now. So we can actually leave town. I want to go ahead and put up a rappel really quick, though, before we do that. Okay. So now that we're out here, we are now in the wide ocean. I'm going to show you the map really quick. You see all these squares of map that are dark blue? See how far they go over this way? How tall this is, and how it's just one giant mass with multiple cities in it? Yeah, that is how much ocean we're going to be crossing in the next 10 or so episodes. It is nuts how much time you spend on the sea in this game. Luckily, though, the surfing speed is the fastest that it's ever been as of this point in the series, though, so... Luckily, they were at least nice enough to do that, though, but yeah, you are going to be crossing the ocean a lot in this game. So, that is why I recommend have an electric-type alien. Moagami, what are you doing out front? Why did I not put you behind? This really sucks. We will use Sludge Bomb, and you use Rock Tomb on Gyarados, I guess. I doubt this is going to do much because Meryl's pretty defensive. And whoa! Actually, that did a lot. And unfortunately, I can't use Toxic now on it, though. But oh well, it was almost gone anyway, so I can't really say that it's too bad. There's no new Pokemon that are on this route, but, you know, might as well just make note of that. There are some new Pokemon that are technically on this route, but until we have a certain HM, we can't actually get to them. And why did you attack a Coolton? Both of you! I don't know what they're thinking is half the time, though, but I don't know. There must be something in the AI that's telling them to do it, so I guess I can let it slide, though, but, you know. It's just kind of silly. And why'd you miss? Dragon Rage, okay. I don't think we've seen that yet. Dragon Rage always does 40 HP of damage, no matter what. Always does 40 HP of damage. And an interesting tidbit of information about Gyarados that I think I mentioned in my Fire Red Let's Play is that Gyarados was originally going to be a Water Dragon type. A lot of people are like, well, why is Gyarados Water Flying type? That's why. But the thing is, in the original game, the only Dragon type move that existed was Dragon Rage, which always did 40 damage no matter what. The Water Dragon type combination was only weak to Dragon type moves, and as a result, that would mean that Gyarados would have no weakness, and because Gyarados was already a really good Pokemon, they viewed it as being too good, so it was a last-minute change to make it a Water and Flying type. So, I don't know, I always just thought that was kind of cool, though, I guess. It's kind of a weird thing to think that's cool, though, but I guess I do. There's a ton of swimmers that you're going to be seeing on these routes, most of which are skippable, though, so I'm not really going to be on-screening too many of them. If I'm not mistaken, there's an item hidden here. I think there is, at the very least. No response. What's kind of unfortunate is there's somebody here on this, there's somebody here on this route living in a house. I don't know how you live in a house with just, you know, nothing else around it. I mean, I know there's people that live in those drifting houses, though, but this is kind of different. This guy right here is a diving treasure hunter. He wants to find deep sea treasures, which are shards. A red shard, there's red shards, blue shards, yellow shards, and green shards. With them, you can get fire stones, water stones, thunder stones, and leaf stones, respectively. So as you would guess, we want one for Kappa. Unfortunately, though, we don't have a way of actually getting it yet. Kind of sucks, but that's just kind of the way it is right now. So Kappa's going to have to wait on evolving for a little bit, though, unfortunately, though. But good news is, we are now in Moss Deep City, the next town in the game. Now that we've gotten to Moss Deep City, we have this guy right here. Can't do this anymore. It's utterly hopeless. I'm a fighting-type trainer, and I can't win at Moss Deep Gym no matter how hard I try. Arr, punch, 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 punch. Don't look at me that way. I'm only hitting the ground. Or do you want me to teach your Pokemon Dynamic Punch? Dynamic Punch is a pretty good move. I believe it only has 5 PP, and it misses a lot, but when it hits, it always confuses if it doesn't beat the opponent. It's a good move, but I don't think I'm going to be teaching it, though, just because I want a more accurate move for a fighting type when I'm doing a regular playthrough like this. So, I guess now that we made it to Moss Deep City, we heard that there is a gym here in town. So, what do you say we take that on next time on Pokemon Emerald? See you guys then.